everyone, and happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a great week. Today I wanted to talk about 5 things I learned while writing my novel Lullaby of the Lilitu, which will be out in spring of 2019 as a gift to myself. I have just completed the first draft of Lullaby of the Lilitu, and I've started revising it for the second draft. Along the way, I've learned a few things. I expect to learn a lot more as I go, and I will be updating you on that. But today, I wanted to talk about some of the things I learned while writing my first draft. So one of the biggest things that I learned is that plotting is my friend. I called myself a pantser for, I don't know, a decade and a half or longer. I thought that that was just how I worked, that plotting stopped my creativity. And really, I think what it was is that when I plot, it meant that I had an idea and I had a roadmap and I had a way to get to where I wanted to be. My problem was me. I've always been a self-sabotager, and it's the same with plotting. I would see my route laid out in front of me and I would get afraid. I would get scared and I just wouldn't write it. Or I would say that all my inspiration is gone. Or I would claim that the plot is the reason that I can't create, which is bull. So I gave plotting a shot, and as soon as I did, I finished my novel a year later. And now I am like a plot proselytizer because it is the only way that I think that I will finish any of my subsequent books. Another thing I learned is that there are lots of different ways to plot, so you don't have to stick to one, and the one that you choose can be maneuvered and changed and edited and fixed to work for you. Plot outlines are really just to help guide you so that you can understand the structure of a story. They're not meant to stifle your creativity, and they're not meant to slow you down. They're meant to help you speed up, and for me personally, that's exactly what plotting did. And I've used a different type of plotting system for my fiction than I have for nonfiction, and I use different types for long fiction than I do for short fiction. So you can always mix up the way you do things and make it work for you. Speaking of long and short fiction, I have learned that I am better writing long fiction than I am writing short fiction. When it comes to short fiction, often it's a stream of conscious type of thing, and I never really finish unless I start plotting. And when I do finish, my feedback is often that it is a little rushed or that they wished it would be longer. And I totally get that, because writing longer fiction is what I've been doing for much of my writing career. So it's natural that it's what I'm better at. But that doesn't mean I'm going to give up on short fiction. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I'm getting better every time I try to write short fiction. And to force myself to write short fiction, I have made it mandatory to put something short in my newsletter every time it goes out. Something that I wrote that is fiction and is either a scene or a story or something. As long as I'm writing something new every single month, then I'm going to get better. Speaking of my newsletter, I will mention it at the end of this video, and there is also a link in the description. Another thing that I learned over the year just about myself is I have no idea what genre is, and I'm still there. I have done research and I've read a lot of stuff, and I still don't understand how genre works. And if any of you know how genre works or can lead me to someone who really seems to be able to explain it well, because I swear I've researched it, it's just not sticking. If you can find me a explanation of what genre is, please let me know. I've been calling Lullaby of the Lilitu a horror suspense, but occasionally I call it a thriller, and other times I call it a dark urban fantasy, which I think might be the most accurate term for it. But I actually have no idea what to call it, because there are a lot of different things that happen in my novel. The overall stint is that there is fear involved, and there is terror, and there is blood. But there's also a huge focus on humanity and emotional strength and family and love and betrayal. So what do I call that? I don't know. When I'm ready for beta readers, you guys can tell me what the heck genre is and what genre my book is. And the 5th thing that I have learned while writing Lullaby of the Lilitu is that I can write a novel and finish it. And I can go back to it and read it, and I can cut things out, and I can move things around and be okay with that, because I want my novel to be as good to you as it is to me. I want my readers to enjoy my book as much as I have enjoyed writing it, as much as I have enjoyed being a part of this story, and will continue to enjoy it because it is a part of a type of series. It's a world that I have created, and this book will have a sequel, and there will also be standalone works that are related to the world that is set in this book and the stories that come in this book and its sequel. If I can write a book, that means so can you, if that is your goal. If anyone out there is thinking, I wish I could write a book, then you can. If I can, and I am the world's biggest procrastinator, you absolutely can do it. So that's all I have for today. Let me know in the comments what you guys have learned in the last couple of years that help you towards your goal. If you like this video, please click the button below and hit subscribe so that you can catch my videos every single Wednesday. My newsletter link is in the description. Sign up. I send out new fiction every month as well as updates on Lullaby and anything else that I'm working on. So go ahead and subscribe right now. Thank you so much again for coming to my channel. I love you with all my heart. Bye.